Now I'm going to share with you my very personal story. How I became spiritual. I'm now 52, a medical doctor, and was until 2012 very scientifically orientated person. I was growing up in Christian family, Orthodox Christian family, and what I was seeing in religion was always like more threat from God. You shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do this, the God is going to punish you. That's how I grew up, and I didn't have any good feeling about word God or any religion. I think I was lucky to grow up in former Yugoslavia, so we didn't learn about religion in school. We learned about communist system, and it was also supporting, I think, my impression of the world or the religion. This is not right to be that fearful. So I developed very strong belief that what we are doing, what we want to do, and when we keep doing, so we have what we want. As a child, I was very often wondering about the people, why all the people are saying this is not possible and you shouldn't do this. This is the right way and not this. So I was all the time feeling this is not right how they say that. And I think I have the biggest gift, what I could get from this universal energy, from the nature, is not to believe in these things which society and parents are telling me. I became a medical doctor, and I was really believing what I was experiencing. That's how I was the most of my life until 2012. I wasn't healthy since I remember myself. I had very strong allergy, running nose, asthma, hay fever, joint pain, digestive problem, fatigue. I had almost everything. I didn't had a cancer and the big serious diseases, but there's small things, so many, and my immune system was so down. I had sinusitis all my life, every third day, running nose, sleeping disorders. Sometimes I really wonder how I made my way to become a doctor as a single mother and with 2 kids. Now I know how. I will tell you maybe that's later. So, how I became spiritual. My health brought me on the way to search what is going to make me healthy. I had the feeling and also my common sense is telling me, you are having poison in your body. You are having mercury in your body because you had 8 fillings in your teeth. I came to the dentist with 25 to get that off. We take that out, and afterwards I realized many years afterwards I became more ill than I was before. and my husband at that time as well. We took our amalgam fillings from the teeth at the same time, without any protection. That was 25 years ago. So I was searching what should I do to check, do I have it? Do I really have the mercury in my body? And how to get rid of that? So I went to the doctors doing that, and it wasn't easy. That was really hard. I had so many side effects, but I really had in urine a lot of mercury. So that was the reason I was thinking at that time why I'm that ill. But because this all detoxing of the body with other doctors was with so many side effects, I wasn't able to function. And I was a single mother. I needed to work and to run my clinic. So what I'm going to do? So I decided to learn on my own what to do. So I was researching what is the best school to learn about detox. I found on YouTube videos from Dr. Klinghardt, who is talking about, and Dr. Mutta. Dr. Klinghardt was more present at that time on YouTube, so I went to one seminar who was organizing one let's say organization. It was a weekend in south of Germany, and I was visiting this organization, this seminar, who is meant to be for the doctors and naturopath as well, only because one talk, 3 hours, I think, is Dr. Klinghardt doing. I was knowing this seminar is about detoxing the body, or these 3 hours from Dr. Klinghardt. So I didn't look so much what is other time, because I found usually what I want. I decide because of my schedule I can do it. So I booked that. I went there and I came in a big hall. I hope this is the right word. This is like a big room, and it was very simple and the most ugly room I have ever been on my seminar in my life. That was few chairs, and it was like a tent, more like a tent. So I was wondering a little bit, but we were starting with the seminar, and a lot of people who were talking as doctors or about subject that was about strange things, about seeing the energy or the angels in the air with photography. There was a photographer who are showing us the pictures with beings in the air, which are not beings, so we don't actually see them, but they are photographing it in special circumstances and showing us there are some other beings in the world. They are not only us and what we are seeing with our eyes. And I was thinking, where I am now, this is the world I don't want to belong. So I didn't think this is maybe wrong or right, but I was sure this is not my world. I don't want to be in this world which is not science. But there was more and more things about, and I was really thinking, very strange. Yeah, could be this is really true. But I was really so much amazed by Dr. Klinghardt's energy, his words, what he's telling, that I was deciding I am going to visit next weeks, where I can be able to attend with him to learn more from him, to learn about detoxing. So I will be in a minute with you, with Dr. Klinghardt, at a seminar I was attending, but I think it's interesting also to say these 2 days was really very interesting. Organizer of this seminar is a very famous dentist who is having patent of the implants without metal. He's coming from south of Germany, and very scientifically and very successful in this, let's say, material world as well. And I was asking him, what is all about? Why is this seminar in this ugly tent? And he's like, you don't know? What is it here? No, what is it? These 2 days were actually only introduction to a healer who is coming from Brazil, healing the world with the hands. And I was just, really? Where I am? I am here as a doctor, being really scientific doctor, and coming to the healing ceremony of some Brazilian healer, and a very famous dentist is organizing this, and he's telling me he is the most medically able to help the people. So I'm regularly going to his retreat in Brazil, somewhere in mountains, and it's everything so real, and this is not fake. What I was always thinking this world is. The healers are only fake, like making to manipulate with the people. And he's telling me after these 2 days are 3 days where the people from all over the world coming to see him. That's why this big tent. And I was deciding immediately in this moment, okay, I'm going to see that. I'm staying there on the 3rd day, changing everything, cancelled all my patients and stayed for 1 day longer to see this healer. And it was really, for me, I was very nervous on the 3rd day. My heart was beating very hard, and I was a little bit like not very calm. All people were having white clothes. Thousands of the people are coming, seeing this healer from Brazil, who is able to, according to this doctor and to what they are talking about them, to do the, I hope I can say it right, because since then I have never been in touch with something like that, to do the operation with the hands, and if I'm not wrong, also bloody operation. There are a lot of, in this world, there are so many people who are healing and doing not bloody operations. So means with the energy taking some tumor out. But he is supposed to do bloody operation, like taking the things out without cutting the body. Okay, so I was walking in front of him, and for me, that wasn't nothing that special. I was there all day, and that's over. So I'm not sure really how many months afterwards I booked 1 week seminar with Dr. Klinghardt, because that was the time I was able to attend that. My whole life was organized to visit my daughter, who was living in England at that time with her daddy, and once a month I was visiting her, and all my life was organized around this week where I'm visiting her, and also around the courses I was giving in my practice or in my clinic in Berlin, especially for the pregnant woman. I was doing a lot of courses, preparation for the courses, and also when I have as a doctor and midwife, which I'm also having someone to cover me. And I had a week where I had everything free. I had a doctor and midwife covering me. I had no courses and no week to or flight to visit my daughter in England. So I came to this seminar of Dr. Klinghardt, which is doing something else, not really much detoxing in this week. But for me, that wasn't, when I was deciding to visiting that wasn't so much important at that time, because I was so amazed by his energy or his appearance, let's say, I would call it in that time, that I was sure I should be going there. So this is a special therapy cleansing the subconscious mind to see kinesiology, I'm not sure how to pronounce it in English. So there is a kinesiology testing, seeing in a muscle what is stressing you. I also didn't believe in this also before. So for example, there is a test, and we ask myself now, someone else is testing, is it good for you now to talk about your spiritual path? And then we try to open and see, is it strong, the muscles? Yeah, they're strong. So that means it's good now to talk about. If my muscles are weak, I wouldn't be able to close this, and my fingers are getting open. And mixing with this testing, he developed some type of therapy proving what is stressing you and what are your trauma in your life, and take this away. And this week he was doing theory, also doing some medical stuff, which I really loved about, let's say, detoxing the body, but a little bit from material, detoxing from the poison, because this psychologically cleansing is also detoxing your mind, which is not less important. So he was always singing, playing guitar, and I love to dance. So we always, before every morning and afternoon session, and maybe finishing as well, I don't remember properly, we all are singing and dancing. I had so great connection with Dr. Klinghardt. After one day, I was all the time feeling, does he want coffee or tea? What is he going to talk about now? And what is going to happen now? That was first time in my life I was really be aware of, I feel the future. I know what's happening now. I was amazed by that, and I didn't know how to cope with that. So there was a couple there, Romanian dentists and psychologist, female psychologist, being with me all the time as well. And I asked them, I told them about, and they are telling me, do you know that you have experience like a medium, and that's why this is normal for you? And what is medium? I had never heard this word before. Good. But on the fourth day, he's bringing a healer. He's telling us this is the most accurate person who is seeing the future. I really don't know the exact English word. In German is hell sehen. And he came and started to explain, we have aura, energy around us, and I was feeling really like another planet. I was feeling like it's good to be here and there is something happening. My heart is beating all the time, but my mind didn't want all this stuff, aura, cleansing the chakras. So I was really laughing inside myself when she wanted to explain how we have the chakras. And she's telling, I'm able to clean the chakras and I can explain you how you can learn to clean a chakra as well. And there is one doctor coming to the front like example, and she started to clean the chakras. And how she was doing that was very simple. Let's say I'm her and this is her. That was the lady. I really remember very well her face. And she put her hands from the sides in the front of her chest and shoulder blades and started to move her hands like that. And I started to cry. I'm crying and crying. So, and I was, what's happening with me? I wasn't be able to control this crying. And I was thinking, this is really strange things here happening. I don't want to be here. It's my mind saying, but something else is saying, it's good for you, be here. And this is good crying. This is good, cry. And I was crying, not worrying about this crying. But after a while, this crying became loud, very loud crying. Like the people on the Balkan when they are going on the grave, when someone is dying, very loud crying and making noises. And I was like that. And I needed to come out of this room because I am disturbing the other people. I came out of the room and there is a lady sitting on the laptop there and crying, and I'm telling her I can't control my crying. What's happening with me? Oh, sit here. I can measure here with this machine what's happening with you. Okay, she's giving me something in hand and I'm holding that and she's telling me, oh, no worries. Everything is just excellent because your heart chakra is completely open and you are cleansing all your emotional stress from all your life. Just let it go. Okay, this is good to hear that. So I'm not worrying. Someone is saying this is good. But to be honest, I didn't worry. I only was, my mind was asking all the time really strange things. And I was crying and making movements like, and making noises and really crazy world for me. And I was thinking like my mind was always very strong and powerful, deciding and making plans. I'm deciding now. Now, when you stop to cry, you are going again inside because I knew there is 3 patients she's doing. I think this is because when I see something, I have some empathy, which I was having very strongly in medical school and also as a midwife when the other women are giving birth. I was feeling everything like it's on myself. Very strongly with eyes and very strongly with giving a birth. So I came in again, I was normal again, and I decided to close my eyes. I came in, she started another patient, and I closed my eyes, and then I started again to cry, and now even stronger. I came out and cried. And when I was normal again, I came in and I asked her in the break, she was in the front, and I asked her, what is it? I was far away, but still not that far, not be able to ask her. And then she's telling me, so I don't know, but if you like, you can come and I can see and feel. I'm not afraid of being on a stage since I'm a child, but in that moment I was knowing 100% this is only for me. I can't share this with someone else. So I didn't go there, and after these 3 patients, I went to her and talked with her, and she's telling me, when I asked her, do you know what is it? She's telling me, to be honest, I have never had that before in my life. I don't know. But if you like, I can feel. But even without people looking me, I didn't feel this is right, that she's doing something with me. I was feeling no. But I decided I'm going to visit her to see her seminar. What is she going to tell me then in the future? Good. So we are having a few days. And on the last day, there was 2 last days, which I decided to stay longer than was planned. Plan was that I stay for the 5 days, and the last 2 days I decided on my 5th day to be on the 6th and 7th days there on another seminar, which is a tipping therapy. Tipping therapy means meridians and acupuncture points, tipping, making noise, and introducing psychology and become more healthy. So the first day, the 6th day of my complete seminar there, in another building, in another hotel, and a smaller group, maybe 10 or 15, before was maybe 100. And he is starting on the small stage with 1 patient to do the tipping therapy. And I was sitting next to this dentist and his wife. They were both on my both sides. And he was starting to do this tipping therapy. And suddenly I was like shaking and being very, very relaxed, like completely aware of everything, very awake, but my body is like shaking and I'm relaxed. I have never been in my life. I didn't know this state so far, and from that point until now I didn't experience this state anymore. I was asking this dentist, so something is happening with me, I'm shaking, can you please tell me what is it? And he was putting my hands here and telling me, oh, that's so nice, you're in a trance, just stay as long as you can there. I'm telling you, you are medium. That's why you feel completely 100% what Dr. Klinghardt is doing with this patient on the stage. That's why you are now relaxed how this person should be, which he's treating, okay? I was in a trance. And I would say all day in a trance. This was starting in the morning. And then we are coming to the point. We are very close to the point where this happens. Now I feel my heart beating faster. And when I talk about, or since then, when it's something what I really am 100% with this, I'm having tears and crying. I'm not having control over that. We will see what happens now. We should be having a person with us doing what he was telling us or teaching us to do practical with each other. That was afternoon after the lunch. That was very nice sunny day in a Schwarzwald forest in a small hotel outside in a simple garden, and we decided to do that outside because it was so nice weather. I was doing that with a lady who was naturopath and doing shamanic treatment. I don't know what is the proper word. Maybe the shamanic treatment. I knew that there are shamans, but I never wanted to be involved with this and didn't know anything about. I think that wasn't coincident that she was supposed to be with me. We are doing that first. I'm doing as a therapist, and she's the patient treating. And then she was as a teacher or as a therapist, and I'm a patient, and she's leading me. So someone is leading you. And we are supposed to tip like meridians and making a sound. And to be honest, I really don't remember, was it tipping the body or is it tipping first here? In my remembering, that was first tipping here, and that happens. I came out of my body. What does it mean? I came out of my body. The first thing, that was very, very short time. And the first thing I was realizing, oh, I am not a body. I'm something else. The world, or this view, was normal, like it was before. There is only very, very gentle, maybe gentle light coming, but I wouldn't say it's like light, maybe more shadow. Everything was looking the same. I didn't see myself. I was only feeling with a different sense than the five senses we have. So first, what I was experiencing is, I am not a body. Then the second thing, I am love, and I am God. And the love and God are here, outside, and now I feel that I am also God and love. And this energy around us is God and love, and connecting us, keeping this world together, and knowing everything. When I am feeling this energy, I know and feel everything because I am this energy. And this field, maybe the most accurate term for me is the field, is so intelligent, knowing everything at once, and there is no time. And even now, many years after, I don't know what does it mean there is no time, but I was feeling there is no time. I was also a little bit like nervous, and then I don't know how many seconds was that. Then I came down again to my body. And this few seconds changed completely my life. But it's not the term that I'm living or doing differently. No. When someone is seeing from outside, I'm doing absolutely the same. I'm running my clinic in Berlin. I am medical doctor, I am midwife, I am a mother, I am a friend, the neighbor, and all the things are the same. But my perspective completely changed. Because I had the information that I am the love, I had the feeling afterwards, for at least 3 weeks, I loved everyone. And I was 3 weeks in complete bliss. But the most information I had is, and to be honest, I don't know, was this information when I was out or when I came down again, because I had, when I came down, so many other informations, but the most helpful information for me was, I am medical because my energy, I am born to help the other people to become healthy. And I need to do that everywhere where I am. Not only when I'm doctor in my clinic, also when I'm in a bus, or when I'm traveling, or when I'm with you, don't even think I'm going ever to meet you again. I should give always my 100% to give my knowledge and my gifts to all of you, or to people who are in contact with me, to help them to become more healthy. And everything what is happening to me, it's happening to have this experience and to share it with you. Because of that, I know also with my mind, not only with my subconscious or intuition, what I was also feeling all my life. I'm supposed to help the others. This is my job. And I was also feeling this is not only my job. And everybody who knows me, that since I'm working with medicine, first as a midwife, afterwards as a doctor, that this is also my calling. Yeah, I knew this is my calling because, yeah, I can't explain this in words. So, to talk about all this is really, really hard because there are no words to explain that. There are no words to explain the feeling. Not maybe the feeling when I was out, but the feeling I had 3 weeks after. So I loved everything. I loved this pillow. I loved this tea. I loved the dog. Everything what is around me, and I wasn't feeling any separation. And this feeling was there for about 3 weeks. What I also experienced in these 3 weeks was, I came from this journey back, came without planning, and I'm living in the same house where is my clinic. I came in the office, and a doctor, one of my first patients, who is also a colleague but working as a pharmacist, is telling me, Vesna, I have big problems. Yesterday I had anaphylactic reaction, and I have the feeling I have it now. Please call the ambulance very quickly if I don't have breath anymore, because yesterday they needed to do reanimation on me, otherwise I will be dead today. So, and I feel now I'm not well. It started again. So I brought them in the room. He came only to get the prescription for something. He came in the room and he's telling me, so I don't have breath. I don't have breath. I don't have breath. And I didn't know what to do. And we learned in this seminar to connect with the energy. So I took his middle finger, what Dr. Klinghardt was telling us, with one hand, with another hand I put on his upper spine, and I tried to connect with him, and suddenly he's telling me, I'm good, I'm better, and I was starting like feeling a little bit not well, and take my hands from him, and he's telling me, I'm better, but now it's starting again. So you need to call ambulance. I called my nurse, call for ambulance, and they need few minutes to come there because my clinic is next to the big hospital in Berlin. Again, I connected with him, and now I'm telling me, now you're connected with him really properly, 100%. I was connecting with him, and suddenly I'd had so big pain in my chest, and I couldn't breathe anymore. And he's telling me, I'm completely fine, I'm good. And I was having this pain, and my movement were coming from out of nothing, like I should jump and shake my hands. And I had there a naturopath. In Germany we have a term Heilpraktiker, which are learning this other type of medicine, alternative medicine. And she was in a school where they also are working with the energies. So she knows what to do. She's telling me, come out now. We came out of the clinic, and she's telling me, now you're jumping and giving all this energy down to the earth, And I was giving, I needed to jump and to shake all the time like that, really like witches have done that. So if you have ever seen the movie with witches, so I was in this moment like that, really like, so, and I had pain, and then I needed to shake all this pain out of me. And it came out, but I was feeling tired afterwards. So, this is the story how I became spiritual. And then I started to search. What is it? What I'm feeling? What's happening with me? What is wrong with me? One part of me is telling, this is so good, this is so nice. Some of the patients are telling that, but are you able to work like that? Please don't be all the time in this state like flying and loving us. We need you as a doctor. Yeah. So this was the way to start to search. What is it? And another time I'm going to tell you the years of the spiritual way, which also brought me to a lot of different things, and to Asia, and traveling in the Buddhist temples, and brought me to yoga. And it's really, really nice story. That will be next time. Namaste.